According to a recent UNAIDS report, 19 million people out of the 35 million people living with HIV globally do not know that they're HIV positive. And that's extremely scary. And this is where the 1990 targets, where it actually comes into play. Now the question was asked, when we set these targets of 1990 in 2014, did we overstep stigma and discrimination? Was it necessary to deal with stigma and discrimination first before we set those 1990 targets? Let's take a look at the response.
I don't think there is any ideal sequential order to deal with all these issues, but certainly last year the headlines were on the new WHO guidelines, on the new evidence, and very much of the focus happened to be on treatment. And that's why we selected the treatment topic, the cascade, the 1990 to begin with. This year we felt, almost immediately after last year's forum, we felt we shouldn't neglect prevention. And actually the only way to strengthen a national response is to square the circle and put no longer a dichotomy. Is it better to invest on prevention, or is it more appropriate to invest on treatment? None of those. It's actually prevention and treatment have to come together. Treatment by itself is prevention, as ample scientific evidence has demonstrated. And the only way to make any prevention program effective is to undertake to consider what we call now the combination prevention, of which elements of treatment are constructive part. So you see, even conceptually, there's no longer any point to distinguish between prevention and treatment, but forcibly we had to make a choice. Last year it was it was on treatment. This year we are completing all this packaging, and we go for combination prevention, and we also included stigma and discrimination to complete the whole recipe.
Caribbean to Zero, the fight against HIV, is pleased to have been a part of this forum. We continue to inform you as best as we can to make a difference to combat stigma and discrimination and to be a part of the end of HIV by 2030.